I'm up in Canton. So, no, I'll do that today.
But we're not going to change the time of service because then we'll start out with 5. Oh, yippee. Okay, well, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Dayton. My name is Reverend Catherine Bliss, and it is my pleasure to welcome you here this morning, where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching and spirit empowers us. And now we're going to start with the Higher Mind Band.
All right, let's go ahead, everyone. Let's get some exercise out there and stand up and kind of wiggle. We are going to open up to Sweet Surrender. Here we go. Y'all remember this one. Here we go. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. Welcome back, Reverend Catherine.
Well, so we are a spiritual organization where we practice qualities like love, joy, compassion, and we're so glad that you're here, that you joined us. We welcome you wherever you are on your spiritual journey, for it all leads to one, and that's spirit, or to God. Our vision is to awaken to the spiritual magnificence of ourselves, our one humanity, and our planet Earth. Our mission is to transform ourselves and transform the world. And our purpose is that we are a community of love that supports all people experiencing real transformation. And now I'd like to invite practitioner Michael Morrison, who will do our invocation and our meditation this morning.
Good morning. So I just ask you to turn within. I invite you to just get silent and still and receptive. Knowing that right here in this very moment, Spirit is. That Spirit which is the vastness of the universe. The vastness of the universe within and without. Knowing that Spirit is ever unfolding, ever spiraling upward. And that the nature of Spirit is love, compassion, truth, joy, enthusiasm, expression, even expression through stillness, expression through the silence. I know that this service is in divine right order. That Spirit is unfolding through the ministry of music, through the ministry of communion with community, and that all that needs to be said is said, all that needs to be heard is heard. And in the completeness and the perfection of Spirit, the allness of Spirit, I know that I am one with that. There is not Spirit in something else. There is only Spirit. As I know this for myself, claim it for each one of us, for this community. I bless it, knowing that there is goodness experienced here today. So it is. This morning's meditation, I would like to do a combination of a meditation on the chakra system and the chromatic system. So I just invite you again to turn within, to center yourself in that stillness of spirit, knowing that you are safe, and that all is well. And so we just turn to the breathing, to your breath. And as you inhale, know that all that is necessary for life to be rejuvenated within you is being inhaled and uptaked. And it washes and bathes over every cell and fiber of your being. And that which is no longer necessary is exhaled to be rejuvenated and recycled in spirit. And as we go through this meditation this morning, if I say air, but you see earth, go with it. If I say the color green, but you see pink, go with it. For that is where your power lies. That is your experience of the divine. So we will start at the root chakra, at the base of your spine. This corresponds to earth and the color red. And the sound of Lam. Meditating and focusing on this region and on this chromatic color, we get in tuned with foundation, safety and security, stability, connection to our physical world, desire and instinct. Breathing into this space, I come to know that I am. Moving up the spine, we come into the sacral, just below the navel. Focusing on this area is focusing on water and the chromatic color orange. It is sounded as Vam. Again, meditating on this area brings us into emotions and our emotional connections, feelings, creative intentions. Breathing into this space, I come to know that I feel. Continue to move up the spine. We come to the solar plexus below the chest. This area is an area of meditating on fire, the color yellow, and the sound Ram. Meditating on this area is meditating on self-awareness, self-esteem, personal pleasure, and power and responsibility. Breathing into this space, I come to know that I do. Ram. And continuing up the spine to the heart space. is the area of air and the color green. It is sounded as yum. This area's meditation concerns compassion, love for self and others, and relationships. Breathing and meditating on this space, I come to know that I love. Yum. And still moving upward, we come to the area of the third eye, the center of the forehead. It is the region of the ether and the chromic color blue. It is sounded hum. Meditating on this area is meditating on creation, communication, bringing forth something new into the world. For it is as we speak that we are bringing forth your inner world into the outer world. I must correct myself. This is the area of the throat chakra at the center of your neck. Again, it is of the ether, blue, hum, and focusing on this region, the throat chakra. I come to know that I speak. And now moving to the third eye in the center of the forehead. This is the area of light, the chromic color indigo. It is given the sound of Om. Meditating in this space is meditating on intuition, driven by openness and imagination, divine direction, experience of our mental realities. Meditating on this region, I know that I see. Om. And finally, we come to the crown chakra at the top of our heads. This is the region of cosmic energy, the violet light or white light. There are two schools of thought. One is that this region does not have a sound, for it is the region of listen. And there are others who also continue the sound of the third eye, Om. Om. Meditating on this region, we meditate on universal connection, higher consciousness, divine reasoning, the sacredness of all and the highest wisdom. This is the area of our guiding function, the crown of wisdom that animates all the other regions. It is the tuning fork. Breathing into this region and being open and listening to Spirit, I come to know that I know. Lam vam ram yam hum om. Lam vam ram yam hum om. Lam vam ram yam hum om. Just take a couple more deep breaths, breathing in all of the wisdom, the colors, the energies of the divine. You. Namaste.
All right, time for a song. This features Becky. It's a song by India Ari, and we hope you like it.
Behind my eyes there lives a me that I've been hiding for much too long, 'cause I've been too afraid to let it show, 'cause I'm scared of the judgment that may follow. Always putting off my living for tomorrow. It's time to step out on faith. I gotta show my faith. It's been elusive for so long, but freedom is mine today. Gotta step out on faith. It's time to show my faith. Procrastination has me down, but look what I have found. I found strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me for long. Strength, courage, and wisdom inside of me. Behind my pride there lives a me that knows humility. Inside my voice there is a soul, and in my soul there is a voice. But I've been too afraid to make a choice, 'cause I'm scared of the things that I might be missing. Running too fast to stop and listen. It's time to step out on faith. I've got to show my faith. It's been elusive for so long, but freedom is mine today. Gotta step out on faith. I've got to show my faith. Procrastination has me down, but look what I have found. I found strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me all along. Strength, courage, and wisdom inside of me. things that I want to be. 'Cause I know now that I've opened up my heart, I know that anything I want to be, I can be. So I let it be, oh let it be, I let it be, oh let it be, I let it be, oh let it be, I let it be. I found the strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me all along. Strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me all along. Strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me. It's been inside of me. It's been inside. Strength, courage, and wisdom inside of me. Inside of me. See, I found it in me. I found it finally. I found it to keep it. So I say I thank you. I found it in me. I found it finally, and I'm sure to keep it. So I say I thank you. I say thank you. Strength, courage, wisdom.
Our reading today is many return to foundations. One proves metaphysical principle for oneself. A newcomer to the science of mind and spirit is urged to make definite the infinite. With the caveat, this or something better. It is the individual learning to consciously create through universal mind. However, the list of wants, needs, and desires present a kind limitation for one who now glimpses the vastness of infinite creation. It is a natural for one's mind to open to greater possibilities, to bigger adventures, and loftier pursuits harvested from imagination. Everyone is imbued with the power to duplicate the creative nature of living spirit through imagination. And now I'd like to welcome Reverend Catherine up to the pulpit.
Thank you, Michael. So our theme for the month of August is to invite us to pause for guidance, rest, and rejuvenation, and prepare for the next leg of our journey. We welcome joy, innovation, authenticity, vulnerability, and the opportunity to evolve our thinking. The message for today is sparking imagination, invoking curiosity. We intuit and discern new ways of being which energize and integrate new practices, exploring and expanding our divine presence in our homes with our families, and quite literally in the world. Our Science of Mind founder, Ernest Holmes, says, "Creation is the play of life upon itself through divine self-imagination." Center for Spiritual Living's global vision, one of the statements is, we envision a world in which which has renewed its emphasis on beauty, nature, and love through the resurgence of creativity, art, and aesthetics. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. So everyone has a fertile and vivid imagination. When our inner vision fills and flows with what we perceive to be new thoughts, ideas, feelings, inklings, intuitions, we have sparked our imagination. All are imbued and surrounded by a presence that is continuously imagining and reimagining itself as each of us. Our growth in consciousness, our acts of compassion, our explorations of greater love, and our adventures into the great unknown. Albert Einstein said, "Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions." I like that. The quality and the character of one's imagination often corresponds to one's mental and emotional state. Feeling adrift from living spirit, if one is thinking or is agitated, anxious, separate, disconnected, if one's thinking is dominated by thoughts of lack and limitation and scarcity or density, this mental and emotional state might trigger an imagination and negates the spiritual truth of our being. One might imagine the worst possibilities, right? So when we're in a state of not feeling very well and kind of doubting things or maybe listening to too much news, then some of the things we might see in our imagination is maybe the worst outcome of things. On the other hand, feeling calm, receptive, connected, affluent, abundant, free, and refreshed sparks an imagination of the highest and the best possibilities. A calm and receptive consciousness sparks our imagination. The more easily and frequently we can be calm and composed and connected, refreshed and awake, alert and in the flow, and circulating our good, the more we feel in the flow of spirit, the more we are constructively using our imagination. Imagining something greater and more expansive naturally creates a greater life for us and the lives that we touch. So when we're feeling great about life and the possibility of life, then we have a freer imagination. We are more open to creating something wonderful, whether it's through a number of different ways, coloring or being with friends or creating a fabulous meal, that our imagination then is open. It is sparked by how we are being, by who we are. And when we are feeling good about life, then we are in that creative flow. We are in that creative nature. So are we committed to taking time each day to imagine the best for ourselves and all beings everywhere? Yes. Yeah, right? Me too. Yes, we want life to be good for those that we love and for all 8 billion of us on this planet. So yes, thank you for saying yes. When we use our creative imagination in strong faith, it will create for us, out of the one substance, whatever we have formed in thought. In this way, we become co-creators with God. That was by Dr. Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind. Add or amplify an intention to be mindful and appreciative of our rich and vivid imagination. This may mean that we adjust, attune, and redirect our spiritual practices to include more imagination and creative expression. Notice each time we have new thoughts, ideas, feelings, inklings, intuitions. In those moments of imagination, notice the feelings or the qualities that arise. Then notice any emotions flowing from these feelings, how these emotions change our body. Pay attention to how our imagination shifts entirely. Like, you know, when we sit down and, I don't know about some of you, I sort of like to color. I have markers, I have pens, I have all kinds of things, and then I have many adult coloring books. And I love them because it is time that I can just sit there and just be still and just imagine what color I'm going to use next. Imagine what it may look like when I'm all done. So I get to just kind of play with it. And we've all had moments like this where there's something that we really enjoy and we spend time with it and we just find ourselves drawn into it in a peaceful kind of way. And we do that. You ever notice that how still we become, how quiet and comforted we are in that moment? So pay attention to how our imagination shifts our entire being, spirit, mind, and body. Oprah Winfrey says, you have to find what sparks a light in you so that you can go on your way and illuminate the world. Illuminate the world. I like that. And here's a quick little story. The author is unknown, so I won't be able to tell you that part. It's a mystery. When I was a child, I played in bed at night with all kinds of fantasies. I would imagine I was a submarine moving in the depths of the ocean. But that prevented me from going on land. So I pretended that I was a tank, roaming over the hills and the lands and easily busting through mud and rock and breaking through walls. But then I wanted to reach the sky too. So I became an airplane, soaring and gliding, and kind of free falling and bending my wings. One night I decided I would be all three at once because just being in the sky wasn't okay either. So some fantastical type of machine, like, of which no one had ever seen. I could fly, explore the oceans, move on land. I could go anywhere. Our imagination is an amazing creative tool. It's how we give our energy to our creative spirit. Everything is created twice. First, in the inner world of our imagination, then in the outer world of effects. Let the natural creative process flow as we roll up our sleeves and allow our inner genius to show itself. The world of imagination is in the realm of ideas, where another dimension of mind opens. The imagining faculty, imagine that, faculty, not facility. The imagining faculty gives us the ability to project ourselves through time and space and rise above our limitations. Even when the conscious mind is asleep, the imagination soars and we dream. That was by Charles Fillmore, Mysteries of Genesis. So make a date with yourself this week to become quiet, still, calm, and be refreshed. And then let your imagination take you on a great adventure. Here's just a few ideas. I'm sure your imagination will carry you much further. Establish a creative morning ritual. Start your day with a small, creative way of, waking up. Have your coffee or tea, if that's your thing. And grab your art supplies and journal. Draw, or like I like to do, color. Got an adult coloring book. That's always, like I said, a fun thing to do. Work from an unfamiliar location. At least once a week, leave your office desk to work in a different place. It can be a coffee shop, it can be a park, something different. Maybe your backyard or your front porch, but definitely not at your desk. Share an idea with a stranger. Engage in a conversation with a perfect stranger and share your ideas and thoughts with them. Dream with someone. When I say dream, share your dream with someone. Play a game with your kids or your grandkids. This is one way to reconnect with our own creativity. Play with children. While playing with our little ones, we are fully in the moment, right? Because we're having a good time. We're being there with these little ones, and they pull us into the moment. Spend time with the little ones. Spend time in nature. I know Kelly's really good at this. Spend time in nature. Nature is my go-to when it comes to sparking creativity in my personal and professional life. Go to a retreat for a few hours or even a day in the forest, the mountains, or at a lake. If I go to a lake, I like to take my fishing pole. It doesn't even matter if I catch anything. It's like my imagination is, wow, I'm going to get it. And then read a paragraph or a quote from your favorite inspirational book or author and just meditate, contemplate it. Spend some time with those words and see how it feels for you. Start an inner wellness journey through meditation, allowing a burst of creativity to emerge and lead you to do the things that you never thought you would do. And so important, take time to reframe our limiting beliefs. When we want to be creative, we need to spend a few minutes shifting our mindset to let go or one or two limiting beliefs that get in our way. Like I'm not creative, or I'm not imaginative, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. Just let it go. The truth is we're godlings. So setting that aside, let us be fully in our imagination and fully into creating whatever fantasies we have and make it real for us, make it real for you. Have some fun with it. I know that was last week's talk, right? Fun. Identifying ourselves, our bodies, with a larger life, living in wellness and in wholeness, is being in balance with the gifts and the resources of this life. We are in forever expanding sphere rather than a straight line. George Bernard Shaw said, "Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will." And my last quote from Mark chapter 11, verse 24 of the Bible. "So I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." So let's just take a moment right now and go into prayer. Recognizing the wholeness and the allness of God, of Spirit, of that one love intelligence, that oneness, love. Whatever name you give it is perfect. For there is a name for God 8 billion times for everyone on this planet. But God is that coolness in this morning's crisp, almost crisp air. It is the flowers that we saw as we walked up the walk that were planted by Charlotte. The beautiful colors, the reaching that those flowers do for the sun. God is that and so much more. God is that imagination that these little ones have when they build their little fort in their bedroom. They put up the chairs and they throw over a blanket and they climb inside with their flashlights. God is that. And God is expressing itself through each and every one of us, fully and completely. God is. I am. So knowing that God is that which animates my life, that which lives through me as me, I know that this prayer right now is fulfilled by Spirit, by the law of Spirit, by that divine creativity that can only say yes. Of itself, it has no choice. What it does is it says yes and puts together this prayer exactly as that I have spoken into it. That's what it does. And so I am knowing that that divine imagination, that divine spark is even right now flourishing in and through and as my life in multiple ways. I can feel it inside me, that spark, that light, that wondering. And as I know that this divine spark is within me, that this divine creativity is within me, I know it is within all of life, because there is only one presence, and that presence is God, is Spirit. And because it created everything of itself, then we indeed are godlings. We each have that divine spark. We each have that full imagination. And I know that we take time today, this week, put it on our schedule to be creatively and imaginatively that divine essence that we are. Whatever it is that we are doing, allowing ourselves to be steeped in that, in a moment of quiet or of singing or of dancing or whatever your imagination brings to you. That is God in action. That is Spirit having its way with each of us. And so dance. Imagine how many planets there are in the galaxy. Grab your kid or your grandkid and put up the chairs and throw up a blanket or a sheet and tell stories. Just imagine. For that is how God expresses itself through us. It imagines us through its creation, through its idea of us. And because we are godlings, we do the same. So enjoy your imagination. Enjoy that divine creativity, which is a gift that we've already been given. And so knowing that this is true, knowing that God expresses through us as this divine imagination, as this creativity and play and joy and peace and harmony, I am so grateful to know that this is the truth of our lives. There is only one. And that life is God's life. And that is our life right now. And so I simply release this prayer into that creative medium that says, yes, yes, yes. I let it go. I let it be. And please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen.
Becky?
Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life. It's in and out and through me, as me. Where I sing, God is. Where I dance, joy lifts my feet. And where I live, beauty's flowing free. It's in and out and through me, as me. Where I doubt, God is the faith in me. And where I cry, God is the comfort there. And where I see, God is the answer, here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak, truth is. And where I work, love is my career. And where I play, and where I am, where I stand, and where I play, where I work and breathe and move and be, where I sing, wherever I dance, I dance, I dance, wherever I go, where I pray and take and give and live. God is. God is. God is. God is.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Becky and Higher Mind Band. Oh, okay. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, now is the time for our conscious giving, and there are many ways that you can do that. You can do it online. You can do it right there on Facebook. If you're watching us right now on Facebook, by hitting the donate button, you can put your gift in the baskets with the white tablecloth around it. You can text, and I think all of those are actually showing up on the screen. Let's see if I have the text number here. Oh, I don't have the text number here, but you know what it is. So your gift makes it possible for us to continue to teach the Science of Mind principles right here in this community and beyond, actually out into the world. And we do make a difference. For the one puddle or the one drop in the puddle makes the whole pond ripple. So it's true for us as well. Our consciousness makes a difference to the whole consciousness. So let me turn to the right page. We have a, yes, we do, John Randolph Price. And if you would please, hold your gift over your heart and repeat after me. God is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. This all-providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as me, the reality of me. God is lavish, unfailing abundance, the rich, omnipresent substance of the universe. This all-providing source of infinite prosperity is individualized as our community and center, the reality of us all. Thank you. And now I'd like to invite practitioner Michael Morrison back up for a few announcements.
So yes, now for a few announcements. Do you have creative skills at making short videos and looking for a way to serve this community? Please talk with Reverend Catherine. Let's create something wonderful to share on our recently revamped website and get our message out into the greater community.
We want to share our Science of Mind teaching and spirit with everyone. So we have some classes coming up this fall. Practitioner Emeritus Marge Russell will be teaching a Change Your Thinking and Change Your Life 5-week online course starting September the 14th from 7 until 8:30 p.m. September 14th, is that a Tuesday? Does anybody know? Yeah. Okay, so that's a Tuesday. So 30th, 15th, yeah, okay. Practitioner Andy Hawk and myself will be teaming up and teaching a Revealing Wholeness class. It will be a 7-week online course. That will be starting on September the 16th from 6:30 until 8 p.m. on Thursdays. And then Reverend Catherine will be teaching a Journey of the Soul, a 6-week course that will be in person. It will be starting in October on the 11th, running from 7 until 8:30 p.m. Reverend Catherine, do you know whether that's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Not really? Okay. October the 11th, though, is when that starts. So, save the date. We have a community co-creating vision, mission, and purpose for our center, the Center of Spiritual Living, Greater Dayton. It'll be the evening of September the 24th from 7 until 9 p.m. And then again on September the 25th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. That will be facilitated by practitioner Becky, and that will be in person. Classes and event details are available in our weekly e-newsletter. If you would like to receive our weekly e-newsletter, you're not getting that, please let Jan know by leaving her a message with your name and email address at 937-298-1376. 937-298-1376. Jan, give her your name and email address. If you would like prayer support, we are here for you in the sanctuary after the service today. For the practitioners that are here, myself, Lana, Becky, Andy, and if possible, Reverend Catherine. Anybody else that I'm... No. So just reach out to us. We are here for you. We want to be available for you. If that is not an option for you, you can request prayer via our prayer line. It is 937-343-5855. That number, you can call and leave a message, or you can text your prayer request. You can also request prayer on our website at www.cslgd.org. You can also just leave off the www. And just type in cslgd.org. So please reach out to your practitioner core. We are here to support you. And I would like to welcome back Reverend Catherine for some Thanksgiving and closing comments and all that good stuff.
Yes. Thank you, Michael. So what we want to do is we want to thank our service team. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's do that right now. So we want to thank the Higher Mind Band, Kenny Rice, director. We want to thank Jim and Dan, and we want to thank Becky for the musical, talented solo. Thank you so much. Beautiful music this morning. We also want to thank Michael Morrison for his service on the platform this morning. Thank you, Michael. We want to thank Marge Russell, practitioner emeritus, who has been holding the high watch for this morning from Washington, the state of Washington. She's having herself a little vacay with her granddaughter. We want to thank Andy this morning. Thank you, Andy, for being on our audio video this morning. And that takes a lot of work. It really, really does, of trying to put everything together in the right slide at the right time and when to go and when to stop. It's a lot of work, so let's give her an extra round. Thank you, Andy. Let's see. Okay. Send them all love and praise. If you're on Facebook, just send some of those hearts and, some of those wonderful little smileys and those kinds of things. We would love to have that. And thank you to Kathy for Kathy and who? Gail. Thank you, Kathy and Gail, for welcoming folks as they came in this morning. Thank you. And a special thanks to you that are with us for the first time. I don't think anybody in here. Oops. Lexi, welcome. Thank you for being here. I know that several folks spent some time with Marge and Science Mind 101 on Zoom, so we can kind of get a feel for things a little bit before actually coming here and sitting in the chair. So thank you for being here with us, Lexi. And thank you online for those of you that may be watching us this morning that haven't done it before. Do it again. And we are, got several classes going on. All of that is out there now on our website, particularly on the calendar view. If you go out there at www.cslgd maybe I got that messed up. www.cslg.
Our website? www.cslgd.org.
Sometimes you got to do it shared. Yeah, exactly. So that's where more announcements. Please, as you are able to spend 6 months in some sort of 1 hour way of serving this community, please see me. You can see Kathy. You can see anybody on the Leadership Council. Please sign up. We have several things for you if you are choosing to do that. And please know it's only for 6 months. It's not for a lifetime. It's not for 3 years. It's not any of that. We let that go. Also, I would like to say that today we are having a special meeting voting members. Please join us at 11:45 for our special meeting, and practitioner Andy Hawk will lead that as our Leadership Council chair. With that, I'm ready to say our affirmation. Are you? Yes. Okay. My imagination grows my consciousness. And expands my life now. All right, and let's wrap it up with the Higher Mind Band.
All right.
Thank you, Reverend Catherine. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's stand up and claim it. Nobody can claim it for us, can they?
Ready, fellas?
It's got to come from us. It's going to be for us. Okay, God is my source. All right.
God is my source.
Here we go. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Yes. What are we claiming next, Kenny?
God is my source.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Yeah.
Hey, is my source.
Let's claim it. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks, oh yes, for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
Hey, joy is my source. Joy.
Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need.
Peace is my source.
Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need.
One more time.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
time. God
Okay,
is
let me
my
hear you
source.
see it. Ready? God is my